at home.
At home, please.
And Ava's pre-shuffled the cards,
I have.
but this is spontaneous. We have not memorized the cards or looked at the cards or done anything.
Not card sharks.
Yes. So
Not yet.
this is happening right here at the moment, which is the magic. The magic of the moment. Okay.
Da-da, da-da,
Here we
da-da,
go. You ready?
da-da, da-da. Boom.
Ah! Oh boy. Okay, 7 of Cups. There it is. This card keeps showing up.
Oh, yes. It's
Usually
amazing.
reversed.
This is the one. This is the one now that has made its self known practically in every reading.
Mhm.
Isn't it funny?
Yeah, opportunity.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
And dreaming.
And dreaming and visioning, and
Yeah.
there's some
Envisioning.
excitement in this card as well.
But you're envisioning.
Because it's fun.
Lots of fun, lots of different possibilities. And
Maybe you're not exactly sure which one you should
Mm-hmm.
choose, but it looks as if one is starting to look more, I don't know, showing itself. If you look at the card, you see the ghost with the red halo around it. What is that?
that's the,
It's like a ghost.
the ghost of Christmas past.
I guess. That's what it looks like, right? And this guy's like, ooh, I wonder what's behind door number 2.
And then we have
A snake,
a snake. We know what that is.
a laurel wreath.
So it's all the possibilities, all the manifestations that of your character, of the possibilities within you manifesting, and you dreaming about that. And so it's about coming to a selecting out of the many dreams that you have.
The panoply.
The panoply. I love that word.
It's a good word.
Panoply of things that you love,
Yeah.
to hone it down to a single one,
Right.
so that it takes intention and a focused intention to bring anything about. And that's how magic is actually created. So
In the second position, we're going to do cups for you, Cap.
Cups.
So,
It's an emotional month.
yes it is.
Yes.
And Capricorn has the 9 of Cups in the position of challenge. So are you feeling a little bit, I don't know, smug?
Smug. You've got it.
You got everything you wanted?
Got everything you want. This is the wish fulfillment card.
But that's also your challenge. Be careful what you wish for.
Either be careful what you wish for, because when you get it, then you have to deal with that. Or making your wishes come true. Your challenge is to manifest, again, your wish, and that would go along with the...
Right. It goes
this
along
card.
very well with the 7.
Yeah, so it's...
Because you have to really hone in and...
Yeah, and you have to create from all that you've... all the possibilities within yourself. Those that have a real chance in the material world to manifest. There are many people who have all kinds of dreams, like they want to be an astronaut.
Right.
Well, it's a lovely dream, but how many actually become astronauts?
Yeah. Well, that's what a kid will say if you
Yes.
ask them, what do you want to do when you grow up?
They want to be an astronaut.
Right, exactly. Or lion tamer or something.
Or a
like that.
lion tamer.
Yeah.
Now, some people do make these extraordinary dreams come true.
Sure they do.
But then there are others who choose things that are more within the scope of the
Reality.
real talents that they have.
So what's real
And what isn't.
what is just pure fantasy?
Yes, what's real and what's fantastical.
Yeah.
And it might be also discerning that on an emotional level too. What am I feeling that's real? And what am I just fantasizing about?
Exactly.
So am I living in a world of fantasy? Am I just, this is also a card of self-indulgence. So is your challenge too much indulgence? Too much self-indulgence? How can you possibly make a dream come true if you're just constantly self-indulgent?
Or you think there's something better out there.
Right, that could be true too.
You can't choose because you're concerned there's something better out there. But you are getting some fabulous cards. Let's see. This is the Seven of Pentacles. This is great because it's in the upright. So if you do decide to make a choice, it's going to pay off. It's going to be practical. It's going to take root. It's going to be...
It makes sense here. It's very much when this card showed up before, I think we had the Seven of Cups in the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's taking your resources, that which you have labored over,
Right. And applying them.
and applying them in a brand new direction.
Mm-hmm.
Taking those resources, and are you going to do the same thing you've always done, or are you going to do something completely different?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same kind of thing here, because what are you emotionally invested in?
Right.
And what are you not? What is feasible on a truly everyday level?
Mm-hmm.
And to make some of those dreams really become real. And that's what we do every single day of our life.
Oh, sure.
Yes,
We
we
make
take-
choices every
We make
single
choices
day.
and we manifest the dreams that were once just dreams.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was listening to Alan Watts,
Which one?
our dead guru, who we love so
favorite.
much.
We're
We'll
both
post
in love
him.
with the same man.
We'll post him. He's
Yes.
awesome.
We love every one of his lectures.
Oh, he's fabulous. But anyway, he was talking about making choices, making a decision, and how people angst over making decisions. And actually, really, if what we do is we angst, and then at the very last minute,
We may choose
just
anyway.
randomly make a decision. Because you can never have really enough information.
No, you can't.
There is so much data on any decision.
I remember that lecture.
Yeah,
Yes.
so how can you possibly collect
Enough data. You never feel satisfied with knowing enough about all the facts.
Yeah.
Now, it isn't, he even admits himself, now this isn't always true. But if you investigate some of the decision making that you do, it has this kind of
Randomness.
randomness.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I don't know. Oh, well, I'm going to choose something.
You
anyway.
got to choose something.
You got to choose
but
something.
you just wait until it's the last minute.
But it does sometimes help if you make a deliberate effort to be realistic about those things.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway,
So
it's
if
all,
you're getting
all about
stuck
that.
in not being able to make a decision,
just go ahead and
know-
choose something.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what this is.
Yeah.
Collecting all the practical data
Right.
and then making
Assessing
a choice.
your resources
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
What are your resources?
Right. What's
And-
practical?
And it's depicted as a farmer who's looking in a he's even admiring his handiwork
Mm-hmm.
and saying, okay, but do I really want the same crop next year?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what I want to do? I can't eat corn every single year.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe next year
That
I'd
is
like
what
some
this
spinach.
is. Yeah, and you're just
And-
going to get corn all the time. Sounds like marriage. Doesn't it?
And spoken by a woman who has been married many times.
Multiple times. So, yeah, there you go.
So-
what do you want? That's the big question. Let's
Well,
see.
look what they want.
Here he is again.
There he is
The
again.
King of Swords.
All right.
So, at the very end, we have a people card. And the King of Swords, once again, could represent a legal issue.
Mm-hmm.
That could be one of the interpretations of this card. However, it could also represent an air sign, a male. And this male, for some reason, is playing a big part in this situation. If it's a spouse, if it's a new love, this guy is very logical.
And if it's about being lacking the ability to decide something, who else would be a better assistant in that?
That's very true.
Who else could counsel you better?
Who else is going to pull out the evidence? And
Pull out the evidence and say, okay, these are. It's almost like the planner. He says, okay, you have this much money, and if you put it here, these are the investments that would be sound for you. This is where you should put your money.
Exactly.
So, like that, but it can reference practically any issue. It doesn't necessarily have to be about finances. It can be about anything, actually.
Yeah, it can even point to contract.
Contracts,
And
yes.
so if you're thinking that you want to engage in a contract, it will go in your favor.
It will go in your favor.
The whole thing looks great, actually.
It's not bad. They're all upright.
Yep.
They're all minor arcana. It's not a do or die month.
No.
It's one that
You're kind of weighing
you're
some
weighing
options.
how are you going to use your resources and what dreams do you want to manifest. And at the end of the month, you may either have to seek counsel or become a lot more detached because you're dealing with it on an emotional level in the beginning of the month, and at the end you become more practical and logical.
It could even be job opportunities because if you look at this first card, I mean, that could be job offers.
It could.
That you're trying to sort through and figure out which one looks better than the other because we've got this one coming up, the 7.
Right.
So is there a promotion involved? Is it a lateral move?
Right. And you're pondering.
Because you're pretty happy where you're at right now.
Right. And or you are trying to manifest your wish. You see? And so, but you're not quite certain what that wish, you're not quite certain what you want. A lot of people don't know exactly what they want, especially when they're given several options.
Yeah.
So that's I believe, that's a pretty good summary of the whole thing.
Yeah, I
it's
think
pretty
so too.
Matter of fact.
But at the end, you're able to
you're able
make
to
a decision, and it's logical.
Right, and it's very forceful, and your he's the he argues his position pretty well, you know, so maybe if you have to argue for a particular position, you do it astutely and well.
You can state your case.
You can state your case and you win win the argument. And you command. So it's a commanding ending to it all. You become the commander-in-chief, really.
Yeah, it's like a military card.
Yeah, commander-in-chief. You're somehow the colonel.
At the end.
Or whomever. I don't know the ranks.
Yeah. But at the end, there you go. I mean, that's kind of a interesting place to land.
It is. It is.
So
there
wow,
you go,
nice
Capricorn.
reading. We have a 5th card.
Yeah, we do.
Would be interesting, since this is all minor arcana. Our 5th card is a major arcana council card.
Yes. And so this reading would be an interesting reading to do on a spiritual level, to see what it's saying about deeper psychological issues going on within you, and some counsel for that.
Yep. And if you would like a personal and private reading, we also have those. Go to Ava and Trudy, virtualtarot.com. You can click the links below to get all of these fabulous things. Last but not least, check your moon, your rising, and your sun.
Oh, yes, and subscribe.
Click below for that.
Yeah, that's it.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.